All right, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? I think we got this thing ready to rock and roll. Hopefully everything's working. I completely reset my computer yesterday. I wiped the hard drive, reinstalled everything. It was running kind of funny, so... we reset the whole thing, and hopefully the stream is going to be working well today, so... give me just a second. We are almost ready. We are almost ready. It is almost time to rock and roll. Okay. I forgot my keyboard. 1 second. Oh no. There it is. Okay. All right. Let me get myself situated on the camera here. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. All right. That should be pretty good. I see we got JP. What's up, JP? Becca, what's up? Andy, hello, hello. Nice to see you guys. So we're going to be doing some live racing today with the DeLorean. Let me see where we're at on this thing. All right, I need to adjust this a little bit. 11.4, 11.5. 11.6. We're going to try and get her into the 11.6 lobby today. 11.588. 595. 605. All right, we'll go with 595. So we are going to be in the 11.6 lobby with the DeLorean today. Miko says, go McLaren F1. I don't actually have the F1 set up for live racing, and that one's a little tricky. That would take me a minute to get that car set up, so it'd probably take me like 10 or 15 minutes to play with that car. I always found that one to be a little bit of a pain to get set for live racing. All right. Uh-oh, Andy's cat woke him up. That's a bummer. Then again, I don't know, maybe it's nice to get up a little early. All right. We are going to go into the 11.6 lobby. Here we go, here we go. Today is Sunday, right? Pretty sure it's Sunday. I think today is Sunday. I hope it's Sunday. If not, then I'm live streaming on the wrong day. All right, looking for races. I don't want to race the Lexus. It'll probably kick my butt. That Lexus is crazy, crazy, crazy good if you know how to set it up. That thing is a beast. That thing is a beast on the live racing track. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, my button. Oh, I didn't map the keys. I gotta map the keys, guys. All right, hold on a second. Let me try this again. After I reset the whole computer, so I had to reinstall everything and reset it up. So I got to map the keys to get it working right. Melon, what's up, my man? Nah, I'm not going to bet you. I don't even know if my run's going to work well. All right, we found somebody else. Oh, he's in the Huna pig. The Huna pig. All right, let's try this. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Now we got her all set up. I just had to map the button for the nitrous. Emma, hello, how you doing today? Ah, he beat me. He beat me and he ran away. That's not very nice, sir. That's not very nice. Bad Daddy-O, what's up, man? Awesome to see you. Thank you for coming out today. Always appreciate you guys coming out. Oh, wait, is that the Shaq's car? This is not going to be a very fair race. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shaq's car. I probably shouldn't have challenged you, but, well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll try and make it look like he, you know, had a chance, maybe. Oh, I let him win. Haha. Sometimes you got to give the people in the Shaq's car a win. Wait, is that the Shaq's car or is that a different one? I don't know. I think that's the Shaq's car. Wait, what's up, buddy? What's the best tier 3 cars? I mean, I guess it really depends on what you're doing with it, but some of those new BMWs we got in tier 3 are really good. I can't remember the names of them. There's like 3 or 4 little BMWs they gave us, and a couple of those are great. There's a tier 3 Hyundai that's really good. I'm trying to remember. Tier 3 is not something I usually work with. Oh, a tier 3 car for Tempest? Just buy the Mustang GT Premium out of the dealership. There's another Shaq's car? The GT Premium, you can just buy and strip, buy and strip, buy and strip, buy and strip. And if you put a couple of those elite tokens into it, it'll beat all the bosses easy. That's the easiest car. I would say that's probably the easiest car if you don't mind spending some tokens. Now, if you don't want to spend your tokens, then that's a different story, but the cars that you can buy and strip for parts, it's so much easier to get all the stage 6 parts and everything else you need if you can just buy and strip, buy and strip, buy and strip. And that's not too terribly expensive either, so I think that would be a good choice. Ah, Jason says, I love the Brian Supra. Yeah, I would love to have that car. After the live stream, I have a video coming out for next season's cars, and I showed all the cars from the Fast and Furious event. But it looks like they're all old except for the new one, Mia's, what was that? Mia's something or the other just came out, brand new car. Oh yeah, it looks like Brian Supra is going to be the prize car. And that's really cool. I mean, it's not really a great car in the game, right? It's not one of the better cars in the game, unfortunately. But it looks amazing. It would just be really cool to have that car. Neon says, how do I play the Fast and Furious event? Well, first you have to wait till they add it to the game. It's supposed to start next month on the 2nd or the 3rd or something like that, so it's not available yet. It shall be coming out pretty soon. But right now you can't quite get it, so you'll be able to play it once they finally add it to the game. So it shouldn't be too terribly long. But you're probably going to have to spend quite a few dollars to get all the cars and stuff. That's the only issue. Melon! What happened, my man? The game broke. There he is. Alright, so Neon, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? Emma, I don't know if they're going to be gold key cars. I don't know if they're going to be real money, but my button didn't work. Honestly, I mean, I think gold key cars have the potential to cost you about $100, so I would much rather just pay 20 bucks and buy a car outright. I would much rather just spend 20 bucks than potentially open $100 worth of keys for each car. Let's just say you had to get 5 cars. That would be potentially $500 to get all 5 of those cars just to get them. To where if you just bought them outright, there's $100. It's probably cheaper to buy them with real money than to pull them out of crates. At least the way they got the crate set up now, where it's 20 keys, 20 gold keys, that's expensive on those last couple of pulls. So, Melon, good swaps, buddy. I don't know if you disappeared, I guess. Melon ran away. Let's race this BMW. William D. I should be in the 11.6 lobby today. He wants to bet. I guess we'll go for it. We're going to go ahead and do the bet. Let's do it to it. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to win. I'm going to get you, sir. Your BMW is no match for my time-traveling McLaren, I tell you. Yeah, alright, I pinned one there. Haha, the time-traveling McLaren wins. Good race, sir, good race. Dark Aura, what's up, my man? Neon says, do I have to buy a car or is it free? I don't know what you mean by that. For what? If you're talking about for Fast and Furious, yeah, you're going to have to buy those cars. That's going to be a paid event. And it's probably going to cost at least a few $100, if not more. I would say if you want to do the Fast and Furious event, you're going to have to spend at least a couple hundred or several $100s to finish it. Paid events are a pain in the butt. William D says it'll cost a bazillion. I don't know if it'll be quite that much, but it might be kind of close. Oh, I got a bad shift. Oh! Alright, he's going to win because I got a bad shift. But I'll tell you what, the little Nissan Juke is a good car for live racing. If you set that up on, I think it's stage 4 parts, all stage 4, and you tune it right, that little thing is a beast on the live racing track. Hey Mario, what's up, my man? I was not expecting that Juke to do well, but it's really good. You may not like the way it looks, but man, it drives great for live. Nice live racing car. Raggy? Reggie? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to say that name there. Rad guy? I don't know. All right. There's Melon. We found Melon. Alrighty. I changed my name, guys. There's like a whole bunch of people who are also named Danny Lightning on this game, so I figured I'd change it to something a little bit different. Because people keep thinking they're racing me, so I can just say, yeah, my name's Lightning 1. Because I don't know, a lot of people race another impersonator, so then I can be like, nope, wasn't me. Alright. Dark says the Juke is my second favorite live racer. First one is the LC500. I've never actually leveled up my LC500, but I know a lot of people just absolutely love it. Ah, the game broke. The game broke. Alright, that Corvette I'm about to race is really good. It might be better than my DeLorean. So I don't really expect to win this, but we'll see how she goes. Let's see what happens. Go, little car, go, little car, go. Go, little car, go. Ooh, we might have it, maybe, sort of. Oh, we got him, I think. Barely, but we got him. Nice. Lemuel, how you doing today? So a car with 660 performance points or higher, I think that means you can basically max the car out. So generally that means you need to have the majority of the stage 6 and enough fusions and a good tune to make the car hit that high of a points, right? Oh, I was supposed to let him win, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. You were I messed up. I messed up. I don't know if this is one of you guys or not, but oh, I suck. Amco likes the Coinseg CSR edition. Yeah, that's good. I like the CSR Ghost package a lot. The CSR edition is pretty much just as good. Yeah, the Corvette Elite Tuners is also awesome. I like that as well. What's up, guy? How you doing today? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I think we got her. Yeah, I like the DeLorean. It's a nice little car. Oh, I almost slowed down too much there. Hey, Ronnie, how are you today? He ran a 12-0. Interesting. But I think most cars, right? Most tier 5 cars can get up to 660. It's really just about having enough parts. So hopefully that answered your question. I'm not really sure if that's what you were getting at there, but hopefully that was it. Runner R, hello, hello. Good to see ya. If I miss anybody's comments, I apologize, but it does happen, unfortunately. Sometimes I miss the comments. I suck at reading comments when streaming. Alright. I'll give him another win because I cheated him out of one earlier. Oh, he disconnected. Well, I guess I won't give him another win. I'll tell you, man, the disconnections have been terrible. Ooh, there. All right, there we go. We got him again. I think my computer's running better, though. I wiped my hard drive and reinstalled Windows and then reinstalled all my programs yesterday. And computer seems to be running quite good right now. I think the graphics might even look a little better, to tell you the truth. William D says, multitasking is difficult. I agree. I agree. Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of ridiculous when you reset a computer how many hours it takes to get everything set back up and ready to run. You gotta re-download like 9,000 things and then, yeah. Install all your games back on there. And should you elite your DeLorean? Well, I mean, there's probably better cars to elite than the DeLorean, but you could. So what I'm saying is the DeLorean's actually a nice live racing car, but it's not going to be one of the better live racing cars in the game. So here's the deal. If you find a car that you really enjoy live racing and you notice you're able to win most of the live races with it, those are the ones worth eliteing. Right? Those are the ones worth making elite. If you have a car that's really, really good and you hate driving it and you're not going to use it, then that's not worth eliteing. Like for me, even though the McLaren F1 is the highest earning respect point car in the game, I don't like driving it. So it's not really the best choice for me, honestly. But I would probably pick a car that's going to be slightly better at live racing than the DeLorean. I mean, if you find a really good setup, sure. I haven't played around with mine enough to see if there's like a really killer setup for it. But with the basic setup, it does good. It doesn't do great, but it does good. I'd much rather find a car that was great that I really liked. What's the best car for Tempest 3 Tier 4? Alright, so I'm going to tell you what. And the reason I'm saying this is the best one is you're going to get one of these for free. Once you get through the Elite Tuners events, when you get to the Tier 4 event, you can either get the WRX or the Lancer for free. You can pick one or the other. With enough parts and upgrades, those cars will work. Now, the Subaru does have to be pretty much 100% maxed out, and it's really hard to hit the 0 to 60 time required, but it can do it. It may take several tries, but it will hit that 0 to 60 time, but I mean, it just barely makes it. Now, the Lancer has an easier time with, you know, the 0 to 60 and the 260 miles per hour. So if you chose one of those cars, that's a good choice. Now, if you go into collections, you can get the Roush Mustang out of collections with not too many credits. That's a good live racing car. That car will destroy Tempest no problem with enough parts on it. So I would say either grab the Roush Mustang out of collections or grab the Elite Tuners WRX or the Lancer. But the thing about the Mustang is you don't have to put any elite tokens into it to make it good like you do with the Lancer, or the WRX. So those would be my top 3 choices. Now, if you happen to have the GTR and Attack package, that's a really good one. I think the Evora, if I remember correctly, the Evora goes through Tempest 3 Tier 4, no problem. There's so many cars in the game, it's hard to remember all of them. Also, if you go to my channel, or just go to YouTube, if there's a certain car you're wanting to know if it can do it, just go to YouTube and type in Danny Lightning plus the name of the car, and look for my how to drive video on that. During the review part, if it's a Tier 4 car, I almost always test it to see if it can do it. Jason, I don't know if we're going to get another Tempest. We've been waiting for years and years and years and years and years. We've been waiting for about 7 years, I think, for a new Tempest event to come out, and it still hasn't come out. The little thing pops up on the map from time to time that says new events coming soon, and then it usually disappears a few weeks or a few months later. So I don't honestly think we're ever going to get more Tempest. I hope we get more Tempest, but I don't think it's ever going to happen, unfortunately. Intern, how you doing today? Alright, Emma's stuck on the Tempest 3 Tier 4. You can't get past race number 26 with the Urus SE. I don't know what race number 24 is, but that one of the problems is the speed traps in the sprint race. Tempest 3 Tier 4, you have to have a car that'll do over 260 miles per hour, and it also has to hit 0 to 60 in 1.37. Not all Tier 4 cars can do both. The majority of the Tier 4 cars in the game can beat the boss and do one or the other, but not both. So a lot of people switch back and forth a few times. You can spend a little bit of gold to switch back and forth from car to car. So what I did is I used the Mustang HP E750, not the boss one, but the other one. And that car is capable of doing the whole thing with enough parts, but I was shy of a few parts. So what I did is I got to the one I got stuck on. I swapped my car out to a car that either had the top speed or the acceleration. I can't remember which one I got stuck on. I ran that race, beat it, and then I spent the 300 gold to swap back to the original car and finished it. So a lot of people will swap cars for the 0 to 60 time and the 0 to 100 races. I mean, 0 to 60 in the speed traps and the sprint races. How about that? That's a better way to do it. Stacks, your car looks very, very, very similar to mine. Sort of. Which one's cooler, the DeLorean or the Stacks car over there? Which one do you guys like better? I don't know. They're both about the same color, but they both look pretty awesome. How to beat Finn's challenge with only stage 5. Okay, so if you had, I believe Finn's is a tier 2. I believe Finn is tier 2. If you happen to have the Rocket Bunny Miata, that will beat all the Tempest races on only tier 5, but most cars are going to require some or several stage 6 parts. There's not very many cars that can do it without any stage 6 parts. So with this game, you got to make sure you have enough fusion parts, enough stage 6. You also have to make sure you shift and tune your car properly as well. So it's all about having enough parts, a good shift pattern, and a good tune. But unfortunately, most cars are not going to make it all the way through Tempest without most of these stage 6 parts. Like Tempest 1, you might be able to find some cars that can do it with no stage 6. Tempest 2, you're probably going to need at least 2 or 3 stage 6. And Tempest Tempest 3, you're going to need most of the Stage 6 unless you have the Rocket Bunny Miata. For some reason, the Rocket Bunny Miata is really good for Tier 2 and does not require Stage 6 parts, but that's rare. Most of the time, you're going to need the Stage 6 parts, unfortunately. X-Wing! Is the McLaren F1 faster than the McLaren F1 LM? I don't know. I don't think I've ever driven the F1 LM. I don't know if I've ever made a video for that or not, but I'm not 100% sure. But if you go to any one of my videos, if you drop down the video's description and scroll down, you'll find the world record sheet that shows you the fastest recorded time for each car. You can always use that to double check, but I'm not really sure which one's faster. I don't really know anybody who drives the LM for live racing or anything, but a lot of people drive the regular one for live racing. RV says how to... Oh, he just said... Same question. Alright, RV, please don't post the same thing over and over and over and over in the chat, or one of the moderators will probably time you out. Miguel, what's up, my man? Aw, crap, I forgot to start the wild card. Miguel, thank you, buddy. Thank you for starting that. I totally forgot. The console sim guy, as soon as the live stream ends, I'll be posting a video for next season's cars and talks a little bit about the Fast and Furious event as well. So we actually have a really good live racing car for... We got a great live racing car coming up, guys, for a Prestige Cup. It's actually a really good live race, like really good live racing car. Now, as far as the milestone prize, I'm not sure how good that one is yet, but... Alright, Jason used the Shaq Segura to do the Elite 1 license. I hate to say it, but that's a bad choice. William D. DB707, my man. That's coming up as the Prestige Cup car. I don't remember what the milestone prize car was. I already forgot. But the Prestige Cup car will be the DBX707. It is an SUV. It may not be something a lot of people like to look at, but it's a live racing beast. But as far as joining my crew, I'm not even sure if we have any spots open. So generally, if my crew needs members, when I do my crew recruitment video, I'll give you guys some instructions on how to join our recruitment room. But right now, I'm not sure if we have any. We're probably full right now, so I don't think we can add anybody else into the crew. But unfortunately, the Shaq's car isn't really worth making elite. The Shaq's car is a really bad car. But what can you do? Boy says something, give up. What do you mean? What do you mean give up, my friend? I don't know what you're referring to there. The Archangel says, I keep my Mark V Super off on my Elite so I can beat Harkness with it. Yeah, that's the thing. You got two choices. You can use the... I would Elite the Super personally, because it's the second highest earning car in the game for respect points, or at least it was last time I checked. It's really nice to drive. It's great at live racing. It would be a really good choice to Elite. But it is able to beat the bosses, but so are most of the other Elite Tuners cars that you get for free. So personally, I would make the Supra Elite just because it's awesome. I love it. But, you know, if you it's personal preference, but you want to make really good live racing cars Elite. Now, I think I used the Shaxx car to make Elite as well, and that was a really bad choice in cars. Most of the cars I made Elite were junk. All right, after this, we'll go back out to the lobby. Stacks, buddy, thank you. But I know there's probably a few more people wanting to race me here. I appreciate the kindness here. I would race you all day, but I want to be fair to some of the other people who are probably waiting. William D says, my bad for something. Yeah, I don't know if the F1 LM, I'm not sure if the F1 LM has a live racing setup or not. I've never really seen anybody in live racing driving one, so I'm guessing probably not. CSR Speed, what's up, buddy? Alright. So I've raced you a bunch of times. There's probably more people in here waiting. Let me find out really quick. It's nice to give some other people a chance. I mean, I hate to say no, but we had a big long racing session there a minute ago. I'm sure there's more people in the lobby who haven't got a chance to race me yet that would like to, so... Hector, how's your day going? Was he in the Gran Turismo? I should have let him win. If you challenge me back, I'll let you win, sir. I don't know if this is one of you guys or not, but... So the LM is... Sandy's saying the LM is the slower car. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I mean, it is CSR racing. But that car is harder to get, I think, so... I don't know. Due to the fact that it's harder to get, it probably should be faster and better. Alright. If you look at the pinned comment, that will give you a good idea of about what live racing lobby I'm in. So I should be, I think, what was it, 11.6 today? It's pinned up there in the pinned comment if you want to look at it, but I think it was around 11.6. You might want to double check. All right, there's Norbert again. I'll tell you what, I really wish the LB Gran Turismo was a better car. I mean, look how nice it looks. It's such a cool car. It looks so nice. Why can't we have a nice looking car like that? That's good. That's what I want to know. I didn't remember whose turn it was to win, so I slowed down. Races, can I race you? If you can find my lobby, yes. Yeah, X-Wing, I think, yeah, the regular F1 does a 6.9. You're right about that. It's hard to hit. You're usually going to be running 7 zeros or 7 ones, but it can hit a 6.9 if you get a really good run. But yeah, the LM, I had no idea what that thing did. What's up, Yaz99? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Hope your day is awesome. I'm always yelling at Donna, Sandy. I'm always yelling at Donna. She's always crashing the game. She's always giving me mini poopers. She's always doing something horrible. And I don't appreciate it. That darn Donna. That darn Donna. I tried to run her over the other day, but she jumped out of the way, so it didn't work. I was trying to get rid of her because if we could get rid of Donna and maybe they would replace her with somebody else, you know, maybe if they replaced her with somebody else, we would start getting better cars when we give them our keys. So we need to find a way to get her fired or something. We need to find a way to get rid of her. Norbert, good swaps, buddy. Let me go ahead and get some more keys. Wait, no, I'm not getting keys. I'm getting gas. I wish I could do that to get some keys. That'd be good. Yeah, you kind of want to tune a car to run at 11.6 and get it to run 11.6. That's kind of the easiest way to find my lobby. So generally what I do is I take a tier 5 car and I upgrade like the tires, transmission, and the nitrous and set everything else back to stock. That usually gets it in somewhere in the 11 to 12 second lobbies depending on the car. And then they really run good and do great at live racing depending on the car though. I mean, there are some exceptions. Not all cars have good low part setups for live racing, but a lot of them do. William D says something about a brain fart. That sounds nasty. That sounds nasty. You might want to go to the doctor and get that checked out, man. Brain farts. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That would be bad. 3, 2, 1, go. Go. I think I'm supposed to lose this one, so let me go really nice and slow. Wait, is that stacks again? Are we racing stacks again? I'm not sure. All right, Ray wants to know, is the C... Nope, that's Drew, man. Is the Zinger 21C good for live racing? I remember liking that car. It was probably about a year ago when I made the video for that, I think. I don't really remember, unfortunately. It's really hard to keep track of 1,500 cars, but I remember it being good, but you might want to go watch my video to double check. I think that was a good one, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it was good. Melon says, yes, very. Thank you, Melon. Melon's got the crazy memory, man. Melon's got a crazy good memory. He seems to know everything about every single car in the game. I wish I had a memory like that. William D says parts are difficult to get. Yeah, that's the thing. The Zinger parts are not easy to get. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cars in this game that are like a weird name brand, and yeah, getting parts is a nightmare. Like getting Shelby parts sucks, getting Pontiac parts sucks, getting Sterling Goodwood parts sucks, getting Pininfarina parts sucks, getting... What else sucks? A lot of them. Zinger parts sucks. Those brands that don't have like 95 cars, it's rough. Now, if it's like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Nissan where there's like 397 GTRs, 500 Huracan Coupes, you know, those brands are easy to get parts for. Drew man, good swaps, buddy. Yeah, Aspark, good luck getting parts for that. Yeah, GTO Spano parts, that's not easy. That's not an easy one. Just like some of the Legends cars are super, super, super hard to get parts for, and then people lock those cars into the event, and then they're like, crap, I can't get any parts. Like, when you're doing Legends, you want to make sure you lock in the cars that are actually easy to get parts for. It's like Lamborghini's easy, you know, Mercedes is easy, Ferrari's easy, Ford is easy. There's so many cars in there that are easy to get parts. Hey, Mini Pooper. there are so many Legends cars that are really easy to get parts for, and there's a whole bunch that are not. Oh no, Mini Pooper disconnected. Well, crap sandwiches. All right, we got Bucky D in the 2022 NSX Type S. If he's got this car set up well, it's probably going to destroy me. That's a good live racing car if you know what you're doing with it. Like crazy good. Personally, it doesn't really fit my live racing style, but you know how to set that thing up? It's a beast. Yep, he's going to get me. Let me slow down a bunch. William D says, all the booze helps with memory. I don't know about that. What's up, KB? FTTF. Oh, Back to the Future parts. Yeah, the only way you're going to get Back to the Future parts is running the event and opening the crates. I don't have a lot on mine either, so maxing out the DeLorean is not going to be easy or cheap. I would say you're probably going to have to spend some money if you want to max out the DeLorean. Prepare to dump like $200 into the DeLorean if you want to max it out. That's what I would say. Now, if you want to set it up for live racing, upgrade the transmission, tires, and nitrous, and I think the body it was, to like stage 3 and 4. Throw a couple of fusions in there. Tune it. Bam. You're good to go. It doesn't require a whole lot of parts. Ray says, one of you guys said the Sesto Elemento is good though. So the Sesto Elemento was really good at one point in time. Now it's just a so-so car. Now if you set it up on stage 5 only, it will win some live races. It's not the best live racing car in the world, but it'll do halfway decent on stage 5 if you tune it properly. But once you start adding any stage 6 parts into it, that goes out the window and it seems to lose all the live races. But it's got a okay live racing setup. I mean, you might win, I don't know, 50% of the races, so it's not as good as some cars, but the Sesto Elemento is the best boss car in the game right now. I mean, there was a time when the Sesto Elemento was awesome, like back in the day. When I started playing, I think it was the 2nd or the 3rd fastest car in the game. Now there's cars running 6.4s. Is it 6.4s? I think it's 6.5s. I don't think we have a 6.4 car yet, but... What's up, Oliver? LB Silhouette Huracan. You know, I think the Silhouette LB Silhouette Huracan did pretty good if you're willing to beat your dyno time. The only problem is live racing, when you're beating the dyno, the game often picks you up and changes your lobby a bunch of times. That's a big old bummer. But I used to live race that car a lot back in the day. It's a really cool car. Again, if I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. You know, the comments scroll down and I probably missed some of them. William D says $200 won't be enough to upgrade it. More like $500. Yeah, I've never paid real money to upgrade a car, so I have no idea how much that actually cost. William D says, buy the race pass and use universal parts. Yeah, you know, that's what I'm trying to do right now with my Hoonigan Indie truck. I actually forgot to purchase the last race pass before it ended, so I just missed out on a couple of stage 6 parts, but I'm buying the race pass, putting those into the Indie truck, and a couple more of those, and I'll have it maxed out, so then I'll have the fastest car in the game. Oh, he got me. Let me slow down. Good race. Good race. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z alphabet. Hello. I said the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, those part crates are what, like $3.99 a piece? I'm not really sure how many of those you would have to actually open, but yeah, it's about $4 per parts crate, I think, for a lot of these cars. I do think when there's an event, there should be key crates for parts, but unfortunately not always, which is a bummer. All right, we're gonna race Dallas H. All right, let's go do it to it. Let's go. Do it to it. 3, 2, 1, go. I think I need to buy 2 more race passes probably to max mine out. Ooh! The Valhalla got me. I think that's a Valhalla. Is that a Valhalla? Or is that the other one that looks like a Valhalla? Alright, William D says you'll probably only get like 3 stage 6 parts with $200. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's kind of sad that a game costs that much money. 3, 2, 1, go. But the good news is there's a million, maybe not a million, but there's plenty of stuff to do that won't cost you a dime on this game if you can't afford to spend money. You can focus on showdowns, live racing, and little daily races, and still spend a couple of hours a day playing and have fun. So the good news is the game still gives us all kinds of stuff we can do, even if we're a free player. I mean, sure, you might have to miss out on some of the bigger events and stuff, but hey, that's okay. As long as you're having fun, I mean, you don't need to collect all 1,500 cars in this game, you know what I mean? If you play a lot and you have patience, you can get really far in this game as a free-to-play player. It just takes a long time. Bucky, I would contact game support and let them know. I would let them know what device you're playing on as well. But yeah, if your race pass keeps disappearing, I would make some complaints. That would be terrible. I would definitely file some complaints. For sure. I would be complaining like a crazy person. Ray says, I spent a bit on the game personally just because I wanted to get the premium pass and the DeLorean. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with spending money on the game, right? There's nothing wrong with buying stuff, but the game can cost you a fortune. I mean, I average about $100 a year on this game. If there's a $20 car I really want, I'll buy it. Right? 3, 4, 5 times a year, I might buy a $20 car, so it's not expensive for me. I can play the game somewhat cheaply and enjoy it and get some of the stuff I want. Ah! Stupid game. Alright, William D says the race pass disappearing is a known glitch. Ah. I've never actually had it happen, so I haven't heard anybody complain about that one yet. I'm not surprised, though. Definitely not surprised. I hate to say it, but this game is one big giant glitch if you really think about it. Like, this whole game is a glitch. Like, I've never seen a game with so many problems. I mean, I have, but I've only seen a couple of games with this many problems before. Most games run pretty good, but this one has had bugs and stuff since day one. I still love it. It's just a very glitchy game. My nose itches. I don't know why, but when I live stream, I often get an itchy nose. Normally, I never get an itchy nose, but it's only when I'm live streaming, so that's a little weird. It's really weird, if you ask me.
But what can you do, you know? What can you do? Just kind of do whatever you do. It's fun, right? Just have fun with it. Just have a good time and play the game, you know?
Hey Joris, how you doing today? Ray says CSR1 was buggy. You know what? I never really played CSR1. I mean, I did play it, but I didn't like it. I played it for a couple of weeks and then I deleted it. And I almost didn't download this game. I was like, I'm not going to download this. Then one day I was on my lunch break at work and I was really bored. And I'm like, I need to find something else to play. I'm like, well, I guess I'll try CSR2. And I was like, hey, I like this. I downloaded CSR2 and CSR2 Classic on the same day. I deleted Classic and I kept playing this. I didn't like Classic or CSR1 for some reason. I can't really remember why. I don't know why I didn't like Classic. CSR1, it felt like it was too hard to get the parts for your car or something. It was years. That was like, man. That was probably like 10 years ago when I tried CSR1, but I remember thinking this game is really pay to win, so I deleted it. I'm like, I can't get anywhere unless I spend money, so I quit. Alright, he keeps beating me, so that's not one of you guys. So he must have found a better Oh, I ran really crappy there. Why did my car run so bad? I don't know. But that's KB. KB, are you just beating me or are we going to swap, man? I think he's just trying to beat me up. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, well, here we go. If I want this car to run good, I got to pay attention to what time I shift into second at. That was a bad one right there, too. I got to figure out the exact miles per hour to shift into second. If you shift too quick or too slow, it runs a bad time. If I remember correctly, if I let go of the gas at 2 and don't shift early, it runs a better time. I think if I go 3, 2, 1, go. I think it runs the best time if you do it this way, if I remember correctly. Let's find out. Let's see what that ran right there. Nah, that was about the same. That was a good run. Yeah, the RPMs you launch at and when you shift into second plays a big part on this car. Three, 2, 1, go. I still need to fine tune this one a little bit. Like, I assume I'll probably get a few more fusion parts for it, so this car is not yet on its final form. This car has not taken its final form yet. Whatever that means. I don't have that many fusions on it yet, so it can definitely probably do a little better with a few more fusions, but it's doing pretty decent. So right there, we let go of the gas right at number 1, and we did not shift early. Let's see what time that runs. 11:06:23. Joris, the Time Machine's a decent live racer. If I play with it a little more, I might be able to find something that's a little better, but it does decent. It's not the best live racer in the game, but it does well, I would say. Three, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. Actually, I was supposed to lose this one, so. Ray, I don't know if that's from Dragon Ball or not. I don't know. I don't think it is. I mean, they may have said something similar in Dragon Ball, but I remember watching a movie where they're like, oh, he hasn't even reached his final form yet. Maybe it was Dragon Ball. I don't know. I did watch Dragon Ball Super. I never watched any of the Dragon Ball series except for Super. I enjoyed that one. That was a good series. All right, right there, we shifted in the second almost instantly. Let's see what that runs. So I think you want to shift into second really quick. Yeah, that worked. I mean, Ray, you kind of got to play with it. Every car is different. So it just takes a lot. I mean, it might take me 2 or 3 hours to sit there and play with the car to find out a shift pattern on some cars. So what sucks is if you change parts around, sometimes those things change and then you have to refigure it out too. So it can be a time-consuming pain in the buttocks. But I mean, most cars, there's kind of a couple of basic shift patterns you have on a lot of cars. I mean, some of them are weird. There are some cars that end up being extremely weird, right? There's a couple of shift patterns that I don't know how somebody figured out. I'm like, how? Whoa, that's way different than what I found out. Like, there's been a couple of times where I posted a video, then somebody else, like a week later or a couple of days later, found something better, and I'm like, how did they do that? I mean, some of these cars have some crazy shift patterns. Most of them are pretty easy to figure out, but there's a few of them that you're just like, what? All right, we'll go back out to the lobby after this one. But most cars you launch, you go second nitrous or second, third nitrous, or, you know, second, third, fourth nitrous, or second, third, fourth, fifth nitrous, right? Most of them is pretty standard. You just kind of got to figure out what RPM to let go of the gas at, and then how many early shifts you have to do and how quickly. Now, some cars, it might want you to launch, then you wait like a split second, then second to nitrous. Or some cars, the second you launch, you need to hit second nitrous like as soon as it launches. But most cars have similar shift patterns. There'll be like several different similar ones. Then there's the weird ones. All right. I need to run to the restroom, guys. I gotta pee. So, I'll be back in just a minute. I need to fill up my gas. Bucky, sorry, buddy, but I gotta pee. Unfortunately, my bladder's yelling at me, and I needed to fill up my gas tank anyways, but William D says run ads. All right, I'm going to play an advertisement. That's how us YouTubers make money. So please watch it. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. All right. I'm pressing the ad button right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the advertisement. All right. I'm back. I am back. Alrighty. Hold on a second here. YouTube is acting up for me. Try and get that fixed really quickly. Let me go back to YouTube. There we go. Alright, can you guys hear me? Wow, my stream got way behind all of a sudden. That's the problem. Let me shut this down and restart it. I always like to keep the stream running in the background just so I can hear it and make sure that everything's working. Okay. All right. Let's get this show back up and running. Alrighty. So I don't know about you guys, but why does it do that? I'm talking to myself. See all those little white lines on the side there, on the left side of the screen? I can't figure out why that happens. If I turn it off and back on, those little lines go away. I wonder why that happens. That drives me nuts. They're gone now, but they were there a second ago. All right, let's get back out to the lobby. It's a weird glitch with the streaming software. I don't know why it does it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys see it or not, but I see it on my screen. All right, we're going to race Bola. Ray, you out of here? If so, have a great day, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, look at that. He's in... I never see this car in live racing. Never. It looks awesome, but it sucks for live. If he beats me, I'll be amazed. I'll be super amazed if he beats me. Alright, let's see if you can do it, sir. Ah! He did it! Did I get a bad run? Hey, Paul G, what's up, buddy? Oh, I got a really bad run. No wonder he beat me. Alright, he got lucky. He got lucky. This is the biggest lobby I've seen in a while. There's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of people in here. Wow. A lot. That's kind of cool, actually. Nice to see all these people. A lot of times there's like 5 people in the lobby and that's it. Alright, I'm going to play with a late launch. Better call Paul. Who's Paul? Mario B. Alright, Mario's got the crazy Ferrari. That's such a weird looking car. Up there's Bucky. That's a really weird looking car. I don't know if I like it. It looks like a longer version of the Enzo. It's like they took the Enzo and stretched the front end out or something. Oh, Better Call Saul. I don't think I think I saw the first season of that or something. Maybe the first and second, but that was a long time ago. I don't really remember it too much. Gosh darn it, we disconnected. This game and your darn disconnects. I'll tell you. All right, let's check this out. We're gonna do a different launch and see what she runs. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. Let's see what that does. Late launch and instant shift into second. Was that good or bad? Bucky, it's all good, man. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was an okay run. Now, this car was running a little bit better before I installed the last couple of parts on it. I installed like 2 or 3 more fusion parts on it, and it's not running as good as it was, so. Sometimes you gotta play with these cars a little bit. Ronnie, what's up, buddy? He says, the more I see, the more I do. I don't know what that means. All right. I'm not sure what he's referring to there. 3, 2, 1, go. I think shifting right around 20 to 30 miles per hour normally gives me a pretty good time on this one. KB, have a great day, buddy. I'll play with it a little more. Later. I'll get it dialed in here. 3, 2, 1, go. You know, we're going to try something really weird. I got an idea. We're going to try a 0 RPM launch and see what that does. You should probably figure the car out before you take it into live racing, but let's try a 0 RPM launch. It's probably going to be bad, but you know, you got to try things. I enjoy playing around with shift patterns sometimes. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what that does. Is that going to be good? Is that going to be bad? It wasn't great. Wasn't great. It was okay. It worked. Let's try something crazy. Paul Jesus, was you hoping to go back to 1985, Danny? Honestly, I would be happy to go back to 1985. That would be great. There we shifted into 4th gear as quickly as possible. It seems like no matter what I do, it runs a very similar time. Yeah, I would not mind. What did I just hit? Oh, crap. I'm sorry, guys. Now we gotta watch Candy Crush or whatever this is. I don't know what it is. Alright. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. The game just froze. I thought we had a frozen game there. What's up, Max? How you doing today? All right. Last race. Never mind. He disappeared. Oh, there's Bucky again. Bucky, you're talking about your Honda? Yeah, I remember it was a pretty interesting car. I think it's your turn to win here, if I remember correctly. Max says, I am well. We got Max the Gamer in the house. You guys probably all know Max, right? Max is another YouTuber. He's my arch frenemy. He's my arch frenemy from YouTube. Uh-oh. We're friends, but we're also enemies. He's trying to take over the YouTube world, so. We have to be enemy-ish, even if we're friends, you know? All right, let's race George here. All right, George. Let's go do it to it. All right, let's try that. I want second, third nitrous. Let's see what she runs there. Ooh, that was a good run. So, yeah, that might be the way to do it. We beat our time right there. So second, third nitrous. This car likes that with this current set of parts installed. That's the way to get it to hit the lobby time right there. All right, William D. I don't know what that means. He says you're AFC. He's NFC. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. If it wasn't my turn to lose, we would find out what time the car ran. But, oh, the NFL. Yeah, I don't watch sports ball. Now, when I was a kid, you know, when I was like 12 years old, I probably would have known that, but Darker Knight likes KFC. KFC is really bad that's horrible food for you. You shouldn't eat KFC. It may taste yummy, but it's really, really, really bad for you. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. So I think I found the shift pattern for the current car setup. Yep, we got 11.5s again. So that's how this car likes to be driven. 11.602. Now when I had a couple of less fusion parts, it didn't like that shift pattern. Now it does, so adding a couple parts makes a big difference sometimes. Max says most of the best tasting stuff is bad for you. Unfortunately, you know, he's probably very correct. If it tastes good, you probably shouldn't eat it. If it tastes bad, it's probably really good for you. I mean, well, there are some exceptions. I mean, like if you eat a thing of battery acid and it tastes bad, yeah, that would not be good for you. But, you know, no person in their right mind would eat that anyways. Unless there was something majorly wrong with them. Let's race the... Oh! I wanted to race the Stone Cold Killer, but... Alright, so he's got the Nismo and Attack package. I don't remember if that's a good live racing car or not. It's a great car for Tempest. I think I got a bad shift there. I think I buried my needle. Oh, that's a close race. Wow. I had a perfect launch. He did not. I was robbed. I was robbed. If I wasn't I shifted into second too late and that slowed me down. Let me race him again. Sir, I'm going to kick your butt this time. He refused. He refused. Let's race this guy. William Camp, what's up, buddy? That's the level of elite license they finished. It really doesn't mean much. So before you race Tempest 1, before you start the Tempest 1 series, you have to run an elite license. Then you get the number 1. Before you race Tempest 2, you have to do the second elite license, which gives you a number 2. And once you start Tempest 3, you have to do the third elite license. So that's really all it is. It doesn't really mean much of anything, and it doesn't do you any good to have it. For the most part, it's just kind of a thing, I guess. Here, you can have a free win, sir. Your car sucks. You're probably not getting very many wins, so there's a free one. Free win for you. Let's see if he wants to swap. Lucky says, someone call law. Yep, we need the police because I was robbed. Ah, Muhammad. Cool, cool. That's you. Awesome. I wish that Shaq's car was better. I mean, it looks so good. It's one of the best looking cars in the game. It's hard to win live races with that car. That's the only thing about it. It sure looks nice. It's really cool to have it in your garage. Mario says, can't find your lobby, sadly. Yeah, I wish this game would make it easier to find your friends, because they really don't have anything set up to where it's easy to find your friends. I wish they did. Max the Gamer says collections makes people use the Shaxx car. You know, you gotta find somebody to swap with, I guess, to do that. Well, I'm a good racist, buddy. Alright, I'll just sit here. Whoa. How did they pull that off? Oh, there's Lucifer in a time machine. He's gone. He just traveled in time, I guess. His car just went back in time. Now that's a name that's what? What does that mean? Odd foal of brown SH. Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried racing the Shaxx car. Personally, I'm not really into collections. I can't get into collections. Some people might like it, but it's not my thing. Definitely not my thing. CJ, he says, is this game possible to play for free to play? Yes, as long as you don't want to do the bigger events. You can do all the daily races, you can live race, you can do showdowns, and you can spend a couple of hours a day doing all that stuff for free without spending a dime. But if you want to do the bigger events, then you're going to have to spend money. So that's pretty much how the game works. I mean, I've been playing for 8 years, and I might spend about $100 a year on the game. Every once in a while, I'll buy a $20 car. When they come out with a car that I really like, I'll pay $20 for the car, but I don't buy like resources or parts for the cars or anything, so this game does not have to be expensive. But if you want to be free to play, you do got to make sure you put in the time, right? You gotta race enough to collect your resources. You got to manage your resources wisely. You don't want to upgrade every car you get. Oh, he got me. You don't want to upgrade every car you get. You know, you want to be very picky and choosy. Only upgrade cars that are actually really good or that you actually need. Don't waste your resources, right? As a new player, it's pretty hard to save any resources because there's a million things you have to do. But after a while, once you start getting through this thing, that thing, the other thing, you'll be able to start saving up like game cash and gold and everything else. But as a new player, the best thing you can do though is start saving your silver keys. And a lot of people, the second they get some silver keys, they go open a crate. You want to just take a few months to save your silver keys, and later in the line when you actually need the silver keys to help your crew earn points to win the prize car, then you'll have the silver keys. So if you just go into the game and you start wasting your silver keys, you'll get the same crappy cars over and over and over and over and over, and it won't do you a lot of good. So I saved up like 3,000 silver keys, and then every season when there's a prize or a featured car, I've never struggled to get that car again after saving my silver keys for a few months. Hey Damar, how's it going, buddy? From Jamaica. I bet the weather is much nicer there than it is right here. It's cold and snowy and crappy. You're probably like hanging out on the beach going, oh, it's so nice. I think, would you like to trade places? That might be nicer this time of year, I would imagine. William D says, Tina's Huracan is... Yeah, we got a Lamborghini Huracan Evo or something as the next car. Crap, I forgot to mention that. I think I forgot to mention that the video I posted. The video is scheduled to go live right when my live stream ends, but it's about next season's cars and the upcoming events. I forgot to mention that. Okay, that's okay though. It went over the Prestige Cup car, a Milestone Prize car, and like Fast and Furious and a couple of other things, but I don't think I mentioned the Lamborghini. Oh well. Unfortunately, I'm not perfect, you know. Paul G says, the last time I spent money was on the Jesco. That was a long time. It's a bit hot. Personally, I would love to live somewhere where it was like sweatshirt weather 24 hours a day, all year round. Throw on a hooded sweatshirt and you're comfortable. That's the kind of weather I like. I like sweatshirt weather. Oh crap. I got a really bad run. I messed it all up. I was reading the comments and look what happened. So Damar, sometimes you might just want to be patient on something, right? If you don't want to use your Supra and you don't have another car that's fast enough, I would say put that on the back burner, and later on when you have another nice car that is fast enough, then you can run that elite license and make that elite. I mean, it's really good to make good live racing cars elite. Now, personally, if I had it to do over again, I would actually make the Supra Elite just because that's a killer live racing car, and I really enjoy driving it. But, you know, if you just choose anything to make elite, you're kind of wasting the bonus that you could get on some of those cars. Oh, Paul G says 35°C, 95 Fahrenheit. Yeah, 95, that's pretty warm. Right now it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit here. I'm not really sure what that is in Celsius, but I think 2 days ago it was like 6 degrees Fahrenheit. A couple days before that it was like -7 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was chilly, way below freezing. Super chilly. Yeah, CJ, like as far as finishing events, I mean, Legends took me about 1.5 years, so you just kind of want to, you don't want to rush through stuff on this game, right? I tried to rush through everything and get it done as soon as possible, and if I had to do it over again, I would have just let all that stuff set and just kind of slowly done it. Now, Legends, I hated every second of Legends. Like, I did not like restoring cars. Honestly, if it wasn't for restoring cars, Legends wouldn't have bothered me, but I don't like the way most of the Legends cars drive, and I did not enjoy restoring the cars. That was a horrible nightmare, restoring all those cars. Barmex23, I have no idea what you said there, buddy. Do you know English? If so, please type that. I'm not sure what language that is, but I can't read it. Wait, Melon, are you typing another language? Maybe Melon knows the language. I'm not sure. Oh, he was saying hello to Melon. Gotcha. I only know English, so I suck at other languages. Melon says sorry. Oh, it's Polish. I know. I know some Polish. A little bit. Not very much. Oh, the Pegasus got me. But yeah, my grandma used to say a phrase in Polish when she got mad, and I know how to say that. But, you know, I probably shouldn't repeat it. William D says, you don't know English, you know American. Well, technically, I think he's right. People from England definitely speak a little differently than we do here in America, so. But it's still considered English. I guess we don't speak proper English. Just like in Mexico, they speak Spanish, but it's not like traditional Spanish. It's almost like a slang version of Spanish, so kind of the same thing, I guess. Paul G knows some Polish swear words. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, most of the words I do know from other languages are swear words, so yeah. But yeah, over there in like England, if they call, all right, so if you say pants, we call it underwear. They call pants are like the normal thing people wear out in public here, but they call it underwear. So they call them trousers. They call what we call pants, they call trousers, and what we call underwear, they call pants. So I guess proper English is very different. Than what we speak here. So you're right. But, you know, the people I know that are actually from England, when I talk to them, they're saying all these wacky, weird phrases. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what the world? Like, it's funny. It's so different. I mean, it's so different. Guten Tag. To me, it sounds like some of the things they say that are normal for them sound so ridiculous. But my guess is they probably hear the way we talk and they go, that sounds ridiculous. They probably think the same thing. But yeah, I think I'm part Polish. I know I'm like English, Irish, German, Polish, Scottish, and what was the other thing? English, Irish, German, Scottish, Polish, and I think there was something else. But I'm actually related to King Henry the Bruce from Scotland, and I'm also related to the Wright brothers that flew the first airplane. Sinuses. That's the one thing I don't like about wintertime is my sinuses always flare up. I apologize, guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I squeaked on by. William D says, I'm kin to my parents. Probably a lot of other people as well. Yeah, no special effects on most races with this car. So basically, I think they had to reprogram the racetrack on the event just for this car, so they would probably have to rewrite the whole game or something to get this car to time travel. So unfortunately, we only get that on the event, which is a bummer. TJ says, Elvis is my cousin. Now that would be kind of cool. I've been to Elvis's house before. It's a pretty neat tour. You can go on his house. Look, I mean, it kind of sucks that you can't actually go into some of the rooms. Like, I don't think they actually let you go into the jungle room. And that'd be cool to actually, I've loved to have actually got to go into that room and like get a better look at it. Cause that's a really crazy room. 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, taking a tour of his house was pretty neat. Wait, why do you say we're all related to Kevin Bacon? What gives you that idea? Alright, that was an evil run right there. That was a very evil run. That was not good. Oh well. I bet Kevin Bacon got made fun of a lot when he was a kid in school. I bet they were like, hey, Bacon Face. Like, I bet they were mean to him over his last name. If that's even really is his last name, it's hard to know. Whose turn was it to win? I think I'm supposed to lose this one. Darker Knight says, I do look like an alien, so maybe I'm from Mars. You never know. 7 steps from Kevin. William D, I have no idea what that is. No idea. Let me get some more gas. Let's fill her up with fuel. Oh, Mario's gone. Good swaps, Mario. It's a genetic thing. Yeah, I have no idea. Alright. I ran out of gasoline. My flux capacitor was empty. I had to refill the flux capacitor. Alright, William D says, Google it. Everybody is related to Kevin Bacon. If I can remember, I'll have to check that out later. I'm getting pretty hungry here, so I wish I had some bacon. That sounds excellent. Oh, he got me! He got me! Crab sandwiches. Paul G says, I'm English, so it gets you. Yeah, I have a friend that lives in Wales, and he has some pretty crazy terminology. But, you know, to them it's not crazy. To me it is. But yeah, some of the stuff she says makes me laugh. Just regular everyday phrases they say over there. I'm getting hungry, guys. I am getting hungry. One of the best parts about my live streaming ending is I get to have breakfast. William D says, anybody else not getting their full RP from races? I don't know. I actually don't really know if I'm getting my full amount or not. I think there's been a lot of problems with that recently. Because there's a lot of seasons where I've noticed my RP is lower than normal. Even if I like spent more time playing the game than normal, I'm still like, huh, I used to get more respect points than this, so I do think sometimes they're not giving me as much as I'm supposed to be getting. Now, like last season, or maybe it was the one before, I think they gave me their correct amount, but I've definitely noticed seasons where I'm like, something doesn't seem right about the amount of respect points I'm earning. And yeah, most of those seasons, I was getting a lot of the red Wi-Fi thing. So I do think it robs you, William D. I think you're right about it. I think you're getting that red Wi-Fi. You're losing respect points from a lot of races. Because normally I always get like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 million respect points. In the last couple of seasons, I have been getting the red Wi-Fi all the time, and a lot of those seasons, my points were much lower than normal, so. Alright, Paul G is going to have a chicken korma. I have no idea what a korma is. I hope it's yummy. Now, I don't think I've noticed the red Wi-Fi today, which is good, but it's been a big problem lately. William D says he's down 400k. That one season, I felt like I was a couple million shorter than I should have been, to tell you the truth. There was one season where I think I barely broke 1 million, and I was like, hey, wait a second here. What's going on? Alright, we got stacks. Samara sees me. One thing is, like, when I go out of the lobby, somebody grabs me really fast. So you gotta be, like, super quick to hit the challenge button, unfortunately. It's not easy to get me because everybody tries to challenge me so quick. I keep hitting the mute button to clear my throat. It's not working very well. I hate sinuses. Like, I clear my throat, then it comes back, so I apologize if I sound gross. Sinuses are the worst. Oh, it's Indian curry, gotcha. Now, I went to an Indian restaurant once and the food was disgusting. But anytime I've had food that was like real Indian food cooked by real Indian people, it was really good. But at the Indian restaurant, it was nasty. Like, ugh. I don't, just like Mexican restaurants don't cook real Mexican food. Chinese restaurants don't cook real Chinese food. It's not the same. So I'd assume it's the same way with the Indian stuff, too. William D says we are gross creatures. Yeah, I mean, sometimes. Some people are grosser than the others. Some are grosser than others. I know some people who are really nasty. Like, really nasty. Hey, little fish. What's up, buddy? What's up, Art? Yeah, the disconnects are a big problem in this game right now. Disconnects suck, but they happen a lot. Unfortunately, the game's been pretty buggy on live racing lately. Which is a bummer. Alright, we got about 10 more minutes left on the live stream, everybody. 10 more minutes, Stacks. Thanks for the resource supply there, buddy. Very nice of you. I need to take my allergy medicine. I wish I could find something that worked naturally to get rid of allergies, because I hate taking medicine. Taking medicine sucks. It helps one thing and then destroys something else. Like it may help you feel a little better now, but then it like destroys your liver later or something, you know? Medicine sucks. Wait, what? William Camp says Chipotle used to be really good, but then they started hiring emo people. What does what do emo people have to do with the quality of the food? I'm not sure how that works, but emo people. Is emo still even a thing? Does that still even exist? I thought that kind of died off a while back. I remember back in like the early 2000s, emo was huge, but I didn't even really think that still existed. Are you actually having a Sunday roast dinner? Probably not. I eat a lot of like potato products and rice products and some vegetables here and there. Maybe some meatballs and some hot dogs. I don't really make like real dinners. I just make a big batch of rice. Mix some vegetables and beans in with it. Maybe a little bit of cheese. Maybe throw a couple of hot dogs in there as well, you know. Stuff like that. Having celiac disease, I can't eat a lot of stuff or it'll make me really sick. Xyzol? I've never heard of that, William D. I've never heard of Xyzol. Xyzol. Xyzoli, I don't know. Green hair and 5 nose rings. My understanding is these days, those are the, what they call woke people, right? They have the colored hair and look weird. Used to be it was the rock and roll kids. Now they say it's like the woke culture that has the green hair and the nose rings. I don't know. We don't really have a lot of that around here where I live. What's up, Parker? I see videos of those people all the time on YouTube, but I never really see people like that around here. Stacks, good races, buddy. Good races. William D says, woke means you're broke. I don't know, I kind of hate the term woke. Like, I think that's a weird term. But that's what everybody calls those people. Most people don't seem to like them, I've noticed. I've never actually ran into somebody or met somebody that they would consider to be like the woke culture. Around where I live, it's mainly old people. There's a lot of old people around here. It's a pretty relaxed, calm place. Now, I was always the rock and roll guy, so I was the weird dude when I was growing up. But The weird people back then were much nicer. The jock football player was more likely to come up to you and punch you in the face and kick you a couple times once you fell down, compared to the weird looking rock and roll kids that were usually looked funny, but they were super nice. The guy wearing the Tommy Hilfiger shirt was more likely to rob you than the guy with like a big red mohawk or something, you know what I mean? Everybody would look at the rock and roll kids and call them freaks and make fun of them and stuff, but they were like the nicest people. Then it was the people that everybody thought was nice because they looked all clean cut. They were the ones that were the troublemakers. So I think the rock and roll people were always misunderstood just because they looked different. They were always super nice. Like when I was in high school, I think I had chin length hair and wore Nirvana shirts, and all the jocks would be like, freak, freak. And the funny thing is, like 2 years later, that's when I was in like 9th grade. And 2 years later, all the jocks started growing chin length hair because it became popular. And they were calling us all freaks because we had like chin length hair, and then it became popular and they did it and it was okay. You know what I mean? That's a hypocrite right there. Lots of hypocrites. But yeah. Most of the football players and preppy kids were the mean ones. Back when I was in high school. Darker Knight says, not a single serial killer I know, Animal. How many serial killers do you know, man? I actually knew a serial killer and we had no idea. There used to be a little bar that would have bands play, and the guy that ran the soundboard for the bands was a serial killer. We used to go up there and like talk to him, and I mean, he seemed like the most normal. He just seemed normal, like you never would have known. One day on the news, they're like, yep, him and some like 14-year-old kid were going around and like killing all these people that were posting on Craigslist. I don't know if he was the original Craigslist killer, but I think he was. Yeah, he used to be he would run the soundboard for the bands. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad we never went to that dude's house or anything like that, because we kind of knew him well enough that, I mean, we almost kind of considered the guy to be a friend in a way. Like, almost. He wasn't really a friend, but he was like a good acquaintance. But I'm just glad he said, hey. He never said like, hey, you want to come hang out at my place? Because we probably would have been like, sure, sounds good. He probably would have killed us. But I mean, that's scary to think. I mean, you would have never known. He seemed like the most normal dude ever. Just nice, polite. Turns out he was out there killing all these people. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it goes to show you never really know somebody, I guess. That's a scary thought if you really think of it. Alright, well, our stream is just about up and nobody's challenging me, so I think that's pretty much going to be it for the day. William D said, so was Ted Bundy. Well, he was like a really normal guy? I'm not really sure, but... It's just the fact that you could know somebody and talk to them daily, and they could be such a horrible person and you would have no idea. That's the scary thing about that. I mean, you could be... Your next door neighbor could be Jeffrey Dahmer and you wouldn't even know it until, they got arrested or got caught or something. That's the craziest part about that. Like, you'd think you would have some way of being able to tell, like, oh, this person's weird or this person's messed up, but I mean, it's just scary to think, hey, I used to talk to that guy, We used to hang out with him at the little rock and roll bar. That's a scary thought. It's like that guy could have killed us. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, you don't really know a person. It's terrifying that somebody that seems that normal could be that bad or horrible. But what can you do, really? Paul G says an American Sunday dinner. I don't think American Sunday dinners exist anymore. Maybe back in the day. These days, I don't think people even really sit down and have dinners together anymore, man. They just, I don't know, things are different. I think back in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s, you know. But you get into the 90s and the 2000s, things changed a lot here. So I don't think the average American dinner even exists anymore. Ah, William D, that's scary too, man. Darker night, you're probably right. All right, there goes the sinuses again. All right, well, I'm going to get up. I'm going to take my sinus medicine because my sinuses are nasty today. And they're not horrible. Like my nose isn't stuffed up, but I still got all the phlegm in my throat. So I'm going to go take some sinus stuff and I'm going to go get some breakfast. I am starving. Hey, Saturn. Yeah, unfortunately, our stream time is about up for the day, but I apologize to run off if anybody's just showing up, but I wish I could stream all day long, but, you know, that might be a little bit weird. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. I definitely appreciate you guys and gals a lot. Thank you for being here. And, yeah, I'm about to release a video here in a couple of minutes about next season's cars, and it's going to go over the Fast and Furious event and a couple of other things. I mean, not really go over it, but it just shows, the cars that are available. I don't have access to them, but Ice Piece figured out which cars were going to be available for the event, so we'll take a quick look at those and a couple of other things. And I did give you guys a really good look at the new car, the Mia car. So there's a brand new Fast and Furious car for this event. It's one of Mia's cars. So I did log on to the content account and we got to look at that too. But anyways, thank you so much. Darker Knight, yes, that is the next PC car. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you for coming out. You guys and gals are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you a lot. Lighten it out, and we will catch you next time. See ya!